actually emphasizing on the Hayabusa ban where they're
Kita lanjut
targeting this ban,
guys, game ketiga antara
so
Rrq
yeah,
Hoshi
that's
versus
very interesting. And the
Dianfeng.
Yuzong ban as well. So yeah,
Yesterday we
Final
saw
event
Yuzong
Hilda
out,
Hayabusa
but
Yuzong
the beginning of the
Parsha
beginning of the
Baxia.
day, every game it's been
First pick Rrq
yeah, Langsung is a good
Langsung.
auto pick, I would say, for
first pick, auto pick.
yeah, definitely. Do you think DFYG will go with the same lineup that they went with the last game?
You know, when you will win,
If
you will continue at the same rhythm and the same like strategy like you won last game, but
Yes, because
they are
it's
avoiding
not
the
the time
counters.
to experiment.
Yeah.
Because this will secure the slot for the semifinals. So I don't think they will go bold or go. They will play it safe.
Wow.
But we can see right now Yizenshin right now a pick which was not there the previous game since Akai was the jungler the previous game. So I think they're going all in this. They're going for the damage. But I'm not sure if Long would actually pick Moskov again for this match. Might actually go for another pick, or if he's feeling very comfortable about his Moskov pick, he would actually go for him again. But we're still waiting right now for Rrq, Dyron, and Toy to actually go for the pick. Dyron chose Lapu Lapu, and we have Valentina this time. So they actually chose Valentina before she gets banned because she got banned the previous two matches.
Yes.
Yeah.
To be honest, until now, wow. As we expected, we are waiting for like Esmeralda, Yusunchan, Eve. This is the meta picks until now, and for the
sekarang
RRQ,
tampilannya udah keren.
Valentina, Labu Labu, and Lancelot, we are waiting. Do you think? I want to see Ruby this game, and I want to see how. Maybe he will get banned next for the ban phase 2.
Actually, Ruby would not be she's a not bad choice for this game, to be honest with you. But I think they might have actually other ideas going on since the FYG they are still lacking.
Ada yang kayak My Venus juga player ya bang.
As for there is a Tigreal ban because Tigreal in the first match was very annoying for them, to be honest. He played a huge part in Rrq's win in the first match. As for Rrq, we do have a jungler, we have an XP laner, and we have a mid laner. So we still are waiting also for a gold laner and a roamer. Actually, both teams are waiting for a gold laner and a roamer right now. But we will see who will they pick after the ban phase.
To be honest, growth until now, like some of team like they are continuing the same strategies during the drafting. Like we will choose the
Tadi ada yang kuku ke bawah kan, cuman nggak kelihatan bang.
Favorite picks like
kurang bawah.
Got banned. So when you are continuing the same strategies, some strategies they have some of teams they have strategies during drafting because they are forcing some picks and they are denying some picks. So if you have out of picks, you will go forcing like your main or your like last time we saw Moscow. It was not a force, it was a comfortable pick and a confident from the Dfyg, and we saw it in the last game and he got MVP.
That is very true, that is very true. Right now for the last ban phase for
yang mode green screen
are they going for an XP laner ban or they're going for a clove ban? So I believe the Dfyg is actually might be planning to go for Moskov again. But they still need to check who is actually arguing to ban before they take that step.
Jadi yang satunya lagi harus pakai frame
no more. They're not going to take the risk. They're not going to take the risk. They're not going to let Long go for Moskov. But that was kind of expected, to be honest. Since Long in the previous match,
But do you think between the two, who's more nervous right now?
I think both of them are. I think both of them are right now.
To be honest, Rrq, I saw like he's a little confident now for the like Moskov ban. Like I deny it. Like you dominate last game, but now you don't have any cards until like if you have a pocket pick. Get to get.
I expected to see him actually this match from the FYG.
Similar to the last game picks.
But right now, Rrq do not have Tigreal as a pick right now. So who are they going to pick instead? Are we going to see a Matilda, or are we going to see an Atlas, for example? We might have, but no, we're going for the straight one. We're going for Chu. You know, the most pro-picked hero, to be honest. Yeah, most pro-picked hero.
Team from group stage, playoff.
Definitely, definitely. And a Granger as well.
Granger and Chu. To be honest, if you are choosing Chu against Eve, this is the perfect pick. Also using Shin. Because Chu, it's like a stealer, like a ninja. They will knock your the opponent, and it's a free kill for the other team. Okay.
Are we seeing Vayne today?
Wow.
Will we actually see Vayne today?
At the last pick?
I don't think so.
Dfyg, they will surprise us.
They're playing us.
That would be a huge surprise, but I don't think they will go for Vayne.
Yeah.
Will they take the risk and go for Ling? This is actually a long shot, but they might actually do that. Ruby, there we go. You wanted Ruby? There you go. You got Ruby.
He was waiting for it.
You got it. You got Ruby. This is going to be such a tanky game for Dfyg, and Rrq might have actually a hard time winning this match if it goes to late game.
If they win the early game and they got the objectives and like the snowball for early game for Rrq hand.
But you know, there is a problem with Dfyg's picks right now. The draft pick is that they don't have that much burst damage. The only burst damage is coming from Yisun Shin from Dfyg. On the other hand, with Rrq, we have burst damage from Lancelot, and we have it from Granger as well. So this is going to be such a...
Let's watch for the game 3.
Yeah, this is going to be very hard.
Yes, drafts are locked. One team drafted to close, and one team drafted to disrupt. Let's see the game 3 quarterfinals. Everything is on the line. That's it from the desk. Draft is done. Rrq versus DYFG, game 3 decider. Casters, take it away.
Game number 3, and we're back with Sutsujin on the Lancelot, and Super Ken on this Yisun Shin. Enough of the utility junglers. Both of these two junglers that we have will now focus on being the carries for the team. And how about that ban of the Moskov? Nice.
It's warranted, man. You know, I know our panel was discussing, like, do you think they'd ban out the Moskov? And I think that's a good question to have, just because of the performance that Long had it in the last game, and knowing his history with that hero as well, you know, and sometimes it's just better to go ahead. It was the last ban, might as well just do it, you know, just to kind of narrow down the choices there. But this is, like, we've seen the Ruby and the gold lane time and time again. It works great. It can be devastating. There's an early flicker from Yi1 from that aggressive play from Edok, but you know, nonetheless, that's the main point. Every single time that we do see this Ruby, since technically we do see a lot of double fighter with the Yisun Shin lineup, it always runs into the same problem, man, which is usually on late game base, you know, offenses. Like, you don't have that range that you traditionally would have in comparison to having a marksman, right? And so we have seen games completely get turned over on their head, even with an advantage or a lead, with lineups like this that Dfyg has. So that's probably the biggest problem that they're going to run into with this. And then, of course, I think part of this equation is, what does Rins take for the ultimates, depending on how they want to approach the fights.
Which, I think in the first turtle, you are going to be rewarded if you pick up the real world penetration. Vel back on the Esmeralda. I think this is the third time that they will be playing Lapu Lapu versus Esmeralda. Yep. So far it's been 1-1. Let's see. It's gonna be the first turtle fight.
Hey, Rins has his RWM. He's just gonna hold on to it. Edok not level 4 just yet. Neither is Zed. So this turtle will start up. But look who's making his way, looking to join this fight at level 4, threatening with that "I'm offended." Mount Shock are going to be used. They're going to go for it. Super Ken will secure the turtle, and Rrq on the run, trying to get away. AOG, great G-Kundo to keep Zed from getting that unbreakable taunt off.
Long, you know, it's sometimes it's sometimes so good to see like a good flicker, I'm offended play, or you go to the backlines as the Ruby and get the surprise second skill into the ultimate. But you saw what Long did. He's literally casually walked in front of the members of Rrq Hoshi, inside the turtle pit, nailed the I'm offended on the perfect target. Dfyg casually took that first turtle in front of Rrq Hoshi. Like it's nothing. Like it's target practice for them. That is.
It's long, man.
It's the long effect.
It's the long effect. You know, right now, Dfyg is going to take the fight. They take out Edo so quickly, and Vel potentially going to be next here in the trade. Dyron isn't able to get it, so Rins falls, and now another big pickup for Dfyg as they find 2.
Oh, what happened to Rrq Hoshi? It seems like all the fighting them just petered out. Vel, can you survive this? Nah. Good thing it's Sitsujin to collect that kill. They also denied a cart away from the Esmeralda, so this is going to be massive for Rrq Hoshi. I think that they will probably reduce the gold deficit to just 1,000 gold after that. Especially because Toy is now double laning. But man, do hope that for Rrq Hoshi, for game number 3, they don't lose out on GOTF just because of that. Just because they're allowing Dfyg to take out their members so easily, so casually. There will be another turtle gonna be coming here. It's expanding rivers. So that's also why Long was able to get into the first turtle so easily from the top to the bottom lane. And it's also gonna be the way for Dfyg to connect around this turtle area.
Looks like here the play around this turtle, fighting up top in that gold lane, but they are going to go ahead and let Dfyg take this out. I think Edo's going to look for the kick, and he does just that as he's able to find Long. Long trying to get away, won't be able to escape the shot coming out from Toy as a kill's picked up. Riz is still going to find drop down on Vel. But turtle for the taking now. You have Sutsujin going to clear that mid and then making his way up for this objective. We'll grab the Lith Wander. Turtle's going to be next, but Long's back up. He can actually join this in, and they can stall this out, so no one's going to claim the turtle just yet.
Toy.
Going to be on duty of clearing the waves, but it seems like Dfyg wants to rush this time. I think that they found an opening against Rrq Hoshi. Yep, they do, and they kind of feigned that they would not take the turtle, and then that actually prompted Sutsujin to just go to the bottom lane. If Rrq Hoshi does not push, and they will not be able to push because Vel is here, and by the way, Expanding Rivers also helped them in that scenario. Dfyg again, it takes something so casually over Rrq Hoshi, and even that Crammer, dude. Dfyg are taking and stealing candies away from Rrq Hoshi.
Yeah, Super Ken, like you said, you know, he's got a ton of experience playing against Sutsujin here in the past, and, you know, it shows. Dfyg holding on to that 2,000 gold lead right now. Nothing major, but it is still something, and that could be the reason why Rrq Hoshi decided not to fight into that second turtle. You know, they want to give themselves a little bit more time to scale up and build up here, and especially for Toy. This Granger, as we know, is going to take a little bit of time to go ahead and scale up, and I can't remember. I think if we take a look at the items, I think he did get the Sky Piercer recently, but he's going to deal with this pressure now in his lane. And Dfyg wants to take this tier 1 turret, and you see what's happening here. Well, if they want to take a turret, you just send a few dudes, and they'll be able to get it because of this the threat that this lineup has.
Rrq Hoshi has to really think about their mid game and their late game now, right now, because I feel like Dfyg, they continue on taking things away from Rrq Hoshi.
Kalau kita lap-lap gini,
it's gonna be hard for them to end this game, especially because they also have good late game. I mean, of course, they don't have a marksman for Dfyg, but this is still a Yisun Chain. Yisun Chain is a marksman, if you think about it. But again, there is a lot of ways for Dfyg to end this game at any stage.
10-11.
So if Rrq Hoshi does not find the opening for Sutsujin to wreak havoc, as well as find the timing for Toy to be activated, this is going to be Dfyg advancing in this playoff.
See what happens. They have control of the turtle right now. I think still Rrq Hoshi doesn't want anything to do with these turtles. He's just being zoned out by Vel, actually. So Great choice there for Vel, but they are going to trade it objectively as that tier 1 up top is pushed down by Toy. So at least Rrq Hoshi kind of getting what they can. That seems to be the whole case, you know. They can't fight, at least for now. So you might as well grab some space to work with on the map, get some objectives if you can. But I'm just worried because the way things have gone in the past, you know, 8 minutes, basically, I don't know if they're going to be in a position to actually contest against the Lord unless they somehow get an advantage. That advantage would come mainly through Edok getting a kick and then giving them the numbers advantage in a team fight. But right now, it just seems to be pretty difficult. Yeah, he does have the Strike, but he's working on his next item here. Oh, well, is he going to get caught? Nice land shaker to stun. AOG comes down. Good pickup for Toy to take as he has the Sky Piercer. A little bit of trade in the mid. Oh, the Mountain Shocker will be able to take out Sutsujin as Super Ken gets a solo kill. And now they traded out the 1-for-1. But definitely a difficult game for Sutsujin here.
Wow, Vel. I was really wondering what he was trying to achieve there. He tried to cut the waves very nearby the turrets of Rrq Hoshi. But it turns out to be good because E1 was there to counteract with the evil ultimate. They also did force Rid's ultimate to copy the real world information, but I think the bigger kill was onto Sutsujin. Not only that, nice, they actually take a turret in the mid lane, a turret in the bottom lane, on top of a kill onto the jungler of Rrq Hoshi. All of a sudden, they are up by 2.8k gold. Rrq Hoshi are just
3.000 gold, 4.000.
Whereas Dfyg, they're just getting everything. And Super Ken, if you give this guy a hero that he can be successful with, and if you set up the Yizujin for success, you can see that Super Ken is more than able to deliver. Now it's going to be up to how Rrq Hoshi will contest this Lord.
Yeah, I guess they're going to go for it. Conceal is going to be used just to push into this territory here. Dfyg healthily ahead right now of Rrq Hoshi. I'm not sure if this fight does break out, how it's going to go for Rrq Hoshi. They might just, even if they go for a kick for Edok, like, who do you go for? You know, who do you kick? E1 isn't even giving you an opportunity to kick him as he's got the flicker even available. So, you know, it's really difficult for this Cho to find that window of opportunity, and that's why all these objectives has been basically no contest. Another one going to Dfyg. They might force a fight here around the 2-2 turret. Look at Vel, third time on this Esmeralda, having a much better game than he's had previously, as he just goes and leads the charge in. Dyron gonna jump in as well. Solo, he does get out. Luckily, they still have these holy defense shields as well, but the waves are gonna be pushing in, working on these tier 2 turrets. Sutsujin this whole time has been playing catch up, trying to get those items that he needs on this land slot to be able to provide more of that damage throughput that they need here.
And it can all stem back to that first turtle fight where Rrq Hoshi, like a deer in the headlights, stared down Dfyg and gave them everything. A kill and a turtle, and a kill onto the Sutsujin Lancelot more than anything else. Because ever since then, I mean, Dfyg did not let go. They're just collecting kills after kills. They're activating Long on his Ruby. And most importantly, Super Ken is just delivering. E1 also is a threat for Rrq Hoshi. There's no actual way for them to really contest E1. There should be because of the Lapu-Lapu, but it seems like E1 has already countered what Rrq Hoshi is trying to do.
Part of him dropped down. Look at that. You know, stopped in his tracks too. Nowhere to go. Just body blocked by basically the front line of Dfyg. Lord finally goes down. A base turret with it. They will hold on to the 2 base turrets for now, but the shield in mid is gone. So Dfyg might continue to press this on. If they actually give the call to Lung to go and make the play and just flicker on forward, they could do that. But now in the mid lane, oh, Sutsujin just to his death, even with the Revitalize being popped here. They keep him healthy. There's the jump in, the AOG from Zed, and Dyron is gone as well. Lung still has his flicker, I'm offended combo. They're going to march in with the waves here, and Dfyg with this massive lead will clean up another kill. They want to make a statement. They're going to go for the wipeout here before they end the game and take game 3 against Rrq Hoshi.
Oh, and that is Long. The biggest smile that we've seen all throughout Games of the Future. You can blame them. They have just eliminated Rrq Hoshi, a team that's very famous in the scene, and they did it so commandingly in game number 3. Not even a letdown. No, with that time offended play to take out Susujin. And